Kelvin, if I may come to you now, it's a pleasure to have you on the panel. And Sembcorp has developments and investments across the region. I think it has been involved in urbanization, in industrialization, in a number of regional countries, including Vietnam, China, Indonesia. You also understand Indonesia. You have been here for a long time. So, Kelvin, how do you see new trade and investment flows emerging post-COVID as you survey the region?
Thanks for the questions. Maybe I will share before even the COVID-19.
Sure.
What's the trend that we see? As like you rightly pointed out, we are in the business of running industrial park, and part of our job is to, in a way, to try to find out, to understand the trend. The very obvious trend is even before the trade war between US and China, the trend about the multinational company choosing a location to supply the global market to localization or regionalization. I think that MNC running business, they are very commercially driven. These are the people who see opportunity. So in the past, they find location cheapest, go inside, export to the whole world. But no so more now. The most important the criteria will be they want to serve the local market. In that perspective, Indonesia really have a tremendous opportunity. Imagine you're serving 200 over million population and young population, like what Damono say, rising middle income, affluent economy. So as a company, this is our observation. We see MNC location that they want to be closer to their domestic market. And you look at the trend, the last few years, most of the MNC also have adopt a China plus one strategy. They also wanted to, other than China, they want to put a manufacturing location outside China. So Sembcorp, our view is we look at Southeast Asia is a very good potential. I'm not saying replacing China as a manufacturing hub, but it's an alternate strong hub for manufacturing. And you be seeing that for the last few years, the company are adopting China plus one. They choose Indonesia, they choose Vietnam, they choose Thailand, they choose Myanmar as a next location for their manufacturing activities. So this trend is quite obvious, and the trade war between US and China and the COVID-19 accelerate this trend. And just the last few months, we see a lot of people getting sitting inquiry to invest in Indonesia. Just to report just now, but Bapak Damono mentioned about Kenda Industrial Park. Yes, we officially launched this industrial park in 2016, about 4 years ago. And happy to report that now we got 60 over customer. More importantly is this 60 over company invested close to $1.3 billion investment into Kenda, Central Java, and creating employment close to 9,000 employment. So that's a very good record for us. Of course, we will do more. Looking forward, we look at the inquiries come from different various industry, in particular food processing. Textile is an industry that we find that is very, very good resident. And like what you said, I myself have been quite involved in Indonesia for the last 27, close to 30 years. And we see the trend of we witnesses a lot of so-called challenges along this over 30 years. Indonesia is very resilient. They will be up and down. Multinational company from overseas, they are not afraid of up and down. They understand the challenges faced in operation. They always have issue. Indonesia is not the only exception. Any country, even in Singapore, there's always an operation issue. But multinational company look at long term. They look at long term commitment. They look at the domestic market. And Indonesia, being such a big domestic market, is very attractive to foreigner. And like what you point out, and also in the early of this webinar, that the government, we've seen the government have been doing a lot of active promotion of the country. BKPM stepped out their effort. All the program initiative that they collectively they make Indonesia become very competitive. And not to forget that the recent ASEP ICEP that give a tremendous potential. Can you imagine the Indonesia it can be a hub of the whole thing, whereby it can serve the whole region. And I look at the Indonesia as a very promising outlook, and I believe that more job will be able to create it if with all the policy being putting together, with working together with all the stakeholders, government, industry, Institute of Higher Learning, and all the workers together, and Indonesia will be attractive location. And Sembcorp a long-term play in Indonesia. Thank you.